And we screwed ourselves. Okay. You can see it. Okay, so this is what we're doing. So if you guys are trying to do Paletools with us, we're on Paletools 25.17, 1.7. I'm starting with high to low. I'm doing 75 rating to 83. Player count 3. Max from same club 1. Ignore player positions. We're doing, specifically for me, I have a lot of gold rares from La Liga that I don't use. So I'm putting this in. There's a 1.8 now? Oh, I didn't see a 1.8. Am I going to have to update again? Nah, I'm sticking on this. So this is my first one. Reason I do this, we get some of the teams that we don't use, the higher rated cards. That's super helpful. Then, I also have a lot of La Liga lower ones. So what I'll also do is I'll do rating 70 to 82. High to low. Player count 11 for this one. Max from one team 1. Ignore player positions. And then I'll put in La Liga. So I'm not going to put in necessarily golds because we could use some high-end silvers too. The only thing is you're going to reach a point where it'll sometimes pull some stuff that's too low rated. And you'll need help there. Do you know why my Paletools is ignoring my SBC template after I save them? I hope that's not the case. Because if that is, if it does it to me too, I'm screwed. Alright, this one I'm doing 75 to 80. We're doing low to high. For Prem. Reason we're doing low to high here. As we start off, there's going to be higher rated stuff being used. Therefore, using the lower rated stuff will help us achieve the rating. And as we use the lower rated stuff, we run out of that. We run out of the higher end. We kind of meet at the middle for the rating. So it's the best of both worlds. This one I also do 11. Players from one team. 1. Ignore positions. And that's it, boys. So if you want to screenshot that. I have had that problem. Okay, let's hope that's not our problem. Save. Add an SBC template. Okay, so it's still there for us. That's good. Okay, so if we use the template. Oh. I think I got to get out of it real quick. Build using template. This is what pops up. So, did I not specify gold rare? Or gold common? Or is this just too overpowered? I think it's just too overpowered with high rated stuff. Or too club stocked. Oh, goodness. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to slowly work this down to 79. We're going to go a little bit overkill with the rares. But we're still going to be good. There we go. So very quickly done with that one. Okay, now we're going to go to Bundesliga Serie A. I can actually do both sets of Paletools at the same time. This is wild. Okay, so I go high to low for Bundesliga first is what I normally do. Make sure I'm in the right one. We are. Okay, so here's my one for Bundesliga. I do rating high to low. I do minimum rating 60. You don't have to put something in there if you don't want to. I just like putting 60. 83 is the max. That way we don't get a lot of special cards or team of the weeks. Max players from the same club 1. Ignore position. Then Ligue Bundesliga. And then we do another section. Then for this one, we do Serie A. Same exact thing, but I do low to high instead. So I do 60 again, 83 max, player count 11, max players from one club 1, ignore positions, Serie A. And we'll test this out real quick. If you want to take that screenshot, I'll give you a second. I've done about 5 run-throughs on Paletools today, but I only got 1 walkout in the 25 packs. My account might be very different than your guys's, because my pack luck recently has been insane from Ligue SBCs, so I can't really complain when it comes to our luck. So we have the rares needed. We're a little overkill with rating, so let's do that. Still a little bit overkill, but we'll take that. Move them around. You see how quickly we're able to kind of get through this versus when it's on console. Very smooth. Very smooth. All right, Ligue and Sud section. This is where it gets controversial. This is where I'm going to lose a lot of people. So this isn't make or break for your guys' Paletools. We're each going to do it differently. I have this set for a very specific reason, and I'll explain that very specific reason. So the first one I do is high to low. I put no ratings in here. You can do 45 to 99. I think it autofills. Player count 2. Ignore player position. Then I do gold rare. Libertadores. We're going to get to a point where all these template stuff that Paletools has is in EAFC. It's going to get to that point, which will be nice. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to do Sud this time. So 45 to 99. Player count 1. Gold rare Sudamericana. Ignore player position. Then we get to the third one. This is where we're going to do low to high. Now, hear me out. I have, for this, 65 to 72. Once you start going through a lot of 65s, you see the ratings start to increase with the cards you're using. I would almost drop the minimum rating to use some bronzes too. We're going to experiment with that today. Max from the same club, 2. Player count, 8. Ignore player position. Actually, you know what? We're not going to make that 8. Let's make that a little bit of a bench, maybe. Can we do 15? I don't know if it puts him on the bench or not, but we're going to tweak that for on here. Ignore player position. And we're going to have... I usually start with silver commons, so I put this in. Obviously, that's not going to apply for bronzes if you put the rating lower. But the goal is eventually you work your way out of the silver commons. Then you start using some of the silver rares, some bronze commons, some bronze rares. And you get away with a little bit more stuff. But for now, we keep that silver common. Sudamericana. Okay, we're good there. And that's it. So, walk through these real quick. High to low for both Ligue and Sud gold rares. 2 from Ligue, 1 from Sud. Then the rest we do 65 to 72. Actually could go higher. I don't know why that's stuck at 72. We could do 74 for that. Player count 15 to see if it'll give us bench. If not, 8 silver commons start with. We can drop that later if we want to put some other stuff in. Drop the rating too. But standard we kind of put as that. So the way this works for me, or the way I've been doing it, is I should be able to build it. It gives us a 72 right there. So that's a little bit too low if it's all 65s. Which is good to know. So then I'll pop in Sudamericana or Libertadores cards to help me hit that. So like let's say I use a 69. I don't know exactly what I would need. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to take one of the extra golds. Untradeable. We're going to start chucking one of these in. Just move them around. Get the chem quick. we stocking the transfer list with tradable walkouts for exchanges soon? Yes and no. I'm getting ready for exchanges if they come. Instead of tradable, I'm doing League SBCs into untradeable walkouts. My goal is to have close to 100 of our storage area over there being walkouts. So far, we stockpile it pretty well. All right, so then final one. This one's also going to be a revolving filter. It's going to be constantly changing for the one team. But the way I have this for Ligue 1 Eredivisie, if you want to set this one up, edit SBC template. I do 60 rating to 82. That way we don't get any of the like special cards in there. We do low to high. Player count 6, because we're pulling from Eredivisie. Max from the same club 6. Ignore positions. Then Eredivisie is the league. And then the way you're going to do this is if you're club stocked on every single team, whether you want to start from the top or bottom, it doesn't matter. I'm going to start from the bottom because I find that's easiest. We'll have Willem start as the first team. And then after that, the next time we go in, we'll change it to the next team. And so on and so forth. Then the last section is the League 1. So this one will also be low to high, depending on what you have. I do 60 to 83 for this one as well. Player count, we'll do 11, so it fills more than that. Players from the same club, doesn't really matter. And then we'll just fill in League 1. So we'll walk through that again. Low to high, 60 to 82, player count 6. Max from the same club 6. Eredivisie, ignore positions. Start with a single team that you have, and then you're going to keep switching the team to a different team as you do it. And then similar filter here, 60 to 83 though. 11 player count, throw some players on the bench if needed. League 1's just going to fill the rating of what we have. So submit that. Put it in. 64 rating. So the reason why we don't have rating, as you see here, after doing a lot of the daily upgrades today and yesterday, we have actually too many low-rated things. So if we switch some of these out, what do we need? 68 rating. There we go. Some of those around. Move some of these around for Chem, and boom, we're done. So after you complete it, you start opening the packs then. Some speed up things I do is this. I have the players on the transfer list ready to go to put back in the club. So we got our Acuna, Ledesma. Did we not use Moreno? Is that why we didn't get the rating? That's weird. And then also, too, if we go to, is it settings? Is it Paletools? I'm going to turn off disable pack opening animations. We're going to turn that off. Oh, wait, hold on. If it's enabled, we are enabling disable. We are enabling disable pack opening. So if it's enabled, that means it's disabled the pack opening animation. That's tricky wording, man. So this, when we open, should skip it. Yes. Alright, so there's the cards right there. Yeah, send those SBC storage. Click through these. Hey, we got another inform. We got pop, so we got a walkout in our first run. Let's go. We'll check those the transfer lists. So we have the Prime Electrum and Jumbo Gold left after the Prime Gold. 84. What? Why is it like at an awkward angle? None of these cards are even. Do you guys see that? That's interesting. So we have the Jumbo Gold and the Prime Electrum. So what I would do for this one, you kind of have a few things you can do. Any non-League SBC cards, If you don't think it goes for anything, I can just sell them right now. Then we store the rest in the club. But if you just want to store everything right away, if that's not a problem to you, you can do that too. Alright, and then this one, Jumbo Gold, the biggest time constraint for me here is walking through each thing, quick selling it, or storing it in the club. I'm just going to get in the habit of, if we don't have it, store it, and we deal with it later. That should save the most time. Those probably have a little bit of value, but we'll quick sell them. So, now we have the golds back in the club, right? So now we can go to that again. Another thing you can add to this too, we can add a player pick one. So if I wanted to edit this template, let's say to be... Ooh, do I have top league set? When our exchanges come in, last year we got them, I believe, on the first day of team of the year. So hopefully before that, but there's no guarantee they even come. Okay, so we're looking for top leagues, important leagues. Prem, Ligue 1, Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, Libertadores and Sudamericana. So we can have a setting where if it's a league that's not a top league, we can have it put into the player pick. So we're going to do that. We're going to do what's needed for it first. 3 rares, 7 golds total. We'll do up to 82. Gold rare. Ignore position. Not important leagues only. We're going to do low to high as well. And then we're going to do... What's the other count? 4. 75. 82. This for gold commons. Ignore positions. Not important leagues only. Low to high for that as well. Save that. Go out. Go back in. And now, we should be able to, when we're doing League SBCs, also build out player picks. And player picks look a lot better on here than they do on console now that I'm seeing it. So, let's clear the club a little bit of just some off-league stuff. Let's see how many we can make. So, this would be a quick way around player picks too. If you guys are trying to save some time from console. Come on here, do this for a few minutes. Then go back. And now we're out. Okay, so I got 7. 83 rated. Still so many buns depressed. DePaul. Okay, so we got another inform and a walkout. Beautiful. Yeah, dude, these are cracked on here. What is going on? Actually, I don't know if I define this as cracked. We're getting a lot of boards and walkouts, though. They're definitely coming. I've seen rumors on Twitter. I just hope it comes earlier because I want to save them. Yeah. And like last year, the second we get them, it adds so much value to the menus because it's another thing you can consistently be doing. And on top of that, if we get back, for example, the 83 plus Team of the Week upgrade, if this was 2 sections instead of 1, instead of an 83 rated squad with 84, 4 84 rateds minimum, they made this like an 83 rated squad and an 82 rated squad. You needed at least 2 84s in one of them and gave you 2 tradable packs. That's insane for the grind because we get tradable coins back for the exchange packs that we open and then slowly craft those, which then gets us more fodder in the club too, which then we can put back into exchanges and keep rinsing and repeating over and over. All right, so let's actually... Just real quick, let's see how quick we can run through this. So, we already said it's probably going to be a little bit overkill, these first few runs, in terms of what's in here. Let's continue to allow it to be. at 79. We'll take that. Okay, got that pack. High to low, low to high. That's in. Tap Soba out. Take you out. Is that same team? No. Oh, it's just not rating. Oops. A little too low. But move them around quickly. Get the chem. Less than a minute. We're done there. Lib set again. Huh. So it still appears to be the case that that's too low in rating. But I want to know what we have to put in to get it. Okay, that works. So I'll probably have to tweak that a little bit. Or just add a player in. Add an SBC template. Change the team to the next one. Save it. Go out. Go back in. We're leaving you in 2024. Yeah, still too low because we have too many things that are high rated. Change that out. What do we need? 68. Who is that? Vaxbolt? What's his name? Players from the same club. Who did I take out? One, two, three, four, five. Do we not have a 6? Or did I accidentally replace someone? That was weird. Alright, so that run's done. Smaller gold. Another 84. We have so many duplicates we'll have to take care of. No walkout there. How about the prime gold? That was horrible. Prime Electrum. Store those. Sat in my bed doing League SBCs on my phone, but I've got your stream on the TV. Bliss. So you're saying if I ran an ad right now, you wouldn't be able to turn it off? We could milk you for money? Hey, YouTube, run a 10-minute ad real quick. No skips. All right, back to the transfer list. Kuna back to the club. Desma back to the club. Moreno back to the club. So my camera might be in the way. If it is, we're on 10.2 million coins with 29,000 extra there. I think we started this with 75,000. So all the tradable stuff that I'm putting in my club, all these that we bought, all the silvers in my club that we bought too. I still think we're going to end up in profit. Which keeps getting wilder and wilder, man. How we're able to still profit. Crazy, dude. All right, another cam. Too many strikers. How is that not chem? There we go. Okay, Bundesliga and Serie A. Perfect. Perfect. Look how quickly that one was done. Okay, we still have so many 65s. Does a 72 work? Okay, so 72 works. Striker, left back, goalkeeper. Okay, final one here. Heerenveen this time. Chuck that in. Okay, we got the Heerenveen cards. $67. 68. Move those around. Got the chem. Boom, boom, boom. Done again. Ligue and Trent. So he's got 2 walkouts in 1 pack right there. W. Dude, this is really throwing me off. Why is it so uneven? Prime gold. Maybe it's because I'm using part of the screen and not the full screen. I'm assuming that's the reason. So what we could do as well is we could make it where anything that's in our duplicate exchange, we also use into player picks. That allows us to make a lot more there too. Alright, we don't care about that. We'll store it all for now.